we're off. Koki Beninity and I are battling it out at the front. Hopefully I can keep my lead. Oki is hanging tight in third, while Captain Potato is doing his best to catch up. The cars are jostling for position. It's already heating up. The excitement is palpable. Captain Potato has advanced to P2, successfully overtaking Okayoki 3. Yamtha Krabi has made significant progress, now in 7 after passing both Snakufi 115 and Temka Min 704. Meanwhile, Funya Shell Gaming has climbed to P12, getting ahead of New Texum and Mayadat. The competition is tightening as we head deeper into the race. Hugger 3 and 7 continue to trade positions in their Audi rates, keeping the pressure on Perpetuum, who is currently holding power in the BMW V12 Almodóvar. The gap between them is minimal as they enter the final sector, indicating a potential for an overtake. In the lower ranks, Retrowolf 131 has successfully moved up to 15 after overtaking Jasak 72. The Audi R15 TDI is gaining momentum as it battles with Jasak 72's Lola 11 80 HPD. This duel for 15 looks intense with both cars closely matched in speed. Yamtha Krabi has advanced to 6 after successfully overtaking both Hugger 3 and Sabina 27. Aminsan has made a notable move up to 15, getting past Retrowolfone 131. In the lower positions, Duffdad and Sesworn BJ have risen to pay team by overtaking Rizaldi Auta from Team Quark Express d'Etoile. The race is seeing some competitive action in these moments. Funya Shell Gaming has now secured 10 after a clean overtake on Mu12. Meanwhile, Amundsen has advanced to P13, successfully passing Wazirius Guy. In P20, Deporablapple has made progress by overtaking Nalga 77 Titat. The race continues to show dynamic positioning changes as drivers push their limits. Funya Shell Gaming in the Audi Raider is closely tailing Miwit Wealth in the Peugeot 980 IFAP for Pandit. They are exchanging positions, with Funya Shell Gaming making the move on the inside at the hairpin, but Miwit 12 holds firm on the outside. Meanwhile, Amundsen has advanced to P13 after executing a successful overtake on Neotexum and Maida. The battle for P13 continues, with Neo Texam and Maya in the Audi R15 TDI, trying to reclaim their spots. A tight line through the chicane as they jostle for position behind Amundsen in the Audi rate. Hot Wheels Skidone and Sirarmbot have successfully moved into Pate, executing an overtaking maneuver on both Snaku 515 and Tenkamin 704. In the battle for 17, Jasak 72 in a Lola 1180 HPD is engaged with Rizaldi Adha, who was driving a Peugeot 908 HDI FAP. Meanwhile, Feds has made progress to P27, overtaking Sam. Welcome back, Castle Rat. Castle Mouseface were raving up for some AI racing madness, so grab your popcorn and enjoy the show. Let's see if the AI drivers can outsmart any castle gods today. Checkered flag sparkles. La Croissant 1980 and Nukembakem have successfully executed a double overtaking maneuver to move up to Pfaur, leaving Perpetuum in 5 tall. The pace is intensifying as the pack tightens around them. Jasak 72 has successfully overtaken Rizaldi Adha, climbing to position 17 Toridia. Meanwhile, Nalga 77 has moved up to position 19 after overtaking Deplorable Apple. In a close battle for position 19, Nalga 77 in the Audi rate is currently fending off challenges from Deplorable Apple in the Peugeot 908 HDI FAP. The competition is tight as they navigate through the track. La Croissant 1980 and Nukembakem have successfully secured P3, overtaking Captain Potato from Team Racing Potatoes. In the battle for 7, Hot Wheels Skidon and Sirarmbot in their Ferrari F333 SB are engaged in a fierce contest, with Huggard 3 and Sabina 27 piloting an Audi rate. Meanwhile, Amundsen has managed to climb to Pen after overtaking Miu 12. The dynamics are heating up as positions shift throughout the pack. The Amphikrabi has successfully moved into 6, making clean overtakes on both Hot Wheels Skidon and Sirarmbot. Meanwhile, Rizaldi Adha has advanced to P18 after getting past Nalga 77. In the lower positions, the Chisero has climbed up to P21 by overtaking V403 Nayway. Rizaldi Adha has successfully moved up to P18 after executing a clean overtake on Nalga 77. The maneuver was precise, showcasing good timing as they navigated through the turn. This shift in position adds to the competitive dynamics of the race. Amundsen has successfully moved up to P9, executing a clean overtake on both Snooku 515 and Tenkaminen 704. The three are now engaged in a tight battle for that position. Amundsen is piloting an Audi rate, while Snooku 515 and Tenkaminen 704 are both in Audi raters. Meanwhile, V4L3A has advanced to P21, having overtaken Buchizero. The dynamics in these sections of the race are heating up as the drivers jockey for position. Amundsen has successfully moved into P8, overtaking both Hugard 3 and Sabina 27 in quick succession. The battle for P8 continues, with Hug 3 and Sabina 27 closely trailing Amundsen. They are jostling for position, indicating a tight competition in that part of the field. The dynamic between these three drivers will be crucial as they push to gain an advantage over one another. Captain Potato has successfully moved into P2, executing a clean overtake on Okayoki 3. Meanwhile, Hugard 3, Sabina 27, and Amundsen are engaged in a tight battle for P8, with all three cars closely contesting positions. The race dynamics are intensifying as they jockey for better track placement. Krabi has successfully moved into P4 after overtaking both Hot Wheels Skidon and Sir Ironbot. In response, Hot Wheels Skidon and Sir Ironbot have now advanced to P5, getting past Snooku 515 and Tenkamen 704. Meanwhile, Snooku 515 and Tenkamen 704 have also made progress, moving up to 6 by overtaking Okayuki 3 from Team Racing Potatoes. The positions are shifting rapidly as the race continues. Electrocamry has made a significant move, overtaking 4 cars to secure position 22. Following closely, Array Serial and So Flash 21 are on the charge as well, each overtaking 5 cars to advance to position 23. Feds is also gaining ground, overtaking 4 cars to climb up to position 25. The competition is tightening as these drivers push forward. Perpetuum has taken the lead, moving into pole after successfully overtaking both Koki Binity and Amy. Koki Binity and Amy have now settled into P2, having pushed past Captain Potato. Meanwhile, Hot Wheels Skidon and Sir Ironbot are making strides as they advance to P4, overtaking Imp the Krabby in the process. The positions are shifting rapidly as the race progresses. E403A has made significant progress, overtaking 8 cars and advancing to position 10 L-Goal. Haga 3 and Sabina 27 are also on the move, each overtaking 9 cars to secure positions 11 and 12, respectively. Aminsan has gained ground as well, overtaking 6 cars to move into position 15. The race is tightening up as these drivers push their limits. Koki Binity and Amy have successfully taken the lead, moving into pole after overtaking Perpetuum. The battle for 17 is heating up with Arayu Serial and Soulflash 21, both in Lola 1180 HPD cars, closely contesting with Rizaldi Ada in the Peugeot 908 AGI FAP. Cydrek has made a notable move as well, advancing to P28 by overtaking Electric Marie. Howdit 3 and 727 have made impressive moves, overtaking 4 cars to secure the 7th position. Captain Potato has climbed to 2nd place after successfully overtaking Okayoki 3. Okayoki 3 has responded by moving up to 3rd, getting past Laquason 1980 and Nukembo Kim in the process. The race is intensifying with these strategic overtakes. Feds is making significant progress, reducing the gap to V403A by 730 seconds. Meanwhile, Zenong has encountered issues, dropping 6 positions down to P25. Issy 1212 is also having a tough time, falling back 13 positions to P31. The dynamics are shifting as drivers face challenges, and others capitalize on the situation. Knalga 77 in the Audi rate is currently holding P20, but Miu12 in the Peugeot 908 ATDI FAP is right on their tail. As they approach the hairpin turn, Miu12 makes a move on the inside. They are side by side exiting the corner. Knalga 77 defends well, maintaining their position for now. The gap is tight as they head down the straight, with both drivers pushing their cars to the limits. Overtaking opportunities are dwindling as they enter the next section of the track. Knalga 77 still leads, but Miu12 is not giving up easily. Mercedes is currently struggling and has dropped down to P21, losing 6 positions. Snakuvai 15 and Tankamanen 7-4 are also having a tough time, falling back 14 spots to P25. Meanwhile, Jasak 72 has made progress, moving up to P12 after successfully overtaking V4 All3 Electric Murray is currently in P25, having lost ground to Funya Shell Gaming, who has moved up to P24 after an impressive overtake. Here P2M has advanced to power, successfully passing both Lekra1 1980 and Nukambokem. The gap is tightening, with Electric Murray now just 6.2 seconds behind Funya Shell Gaming. Captain Potato in the Toyota GT120 is currently neck and neck with Okayoki 3, who is behind the wheel and Audi Rate, fighting for second place. Both cars are taking tight lines through the corners, and it looks like Captain Potato has just managed to pull ahead slightly. But Okayoki 3 is not giving up easily. Meanwhile, in the battle for 7th place, Hot Wheels Skidon in the Ferrari F333 SP is closely followed by Ferrari F333 SP, while Amundsen in the Audi Rate trails just behind. They're all exchanging positions, with Hot Wheels Skydon maintaining a slight edge over Bot. The gap is minimal, and Amundsen is looking for an opportunity to capitalize on any mistake from the two Ferraris ahead. Nilu Huelva has made a significant advancement, now positioned in 17, after overtaking 1999 September. Meanwhile, Electric Murray and Funya Shell Gaming are locked in a tight contest for P24, with Electric Murray piloting a Peugeot 908 ADI Fab, and Funya Shell Gaming in an Audi Rater. Additionally, Funya Shell Gaming is also battling Ritra Rolfan, 131 for P25, as they compete closely with Funya Shell Gaming in the Audi Rater and Ritra Rolfan, 100. Okayoki 3 has successfully moved into P2 after overtaking Lacrosse 1980 and Nukemba Kambakem. Now, Lacrosse 1980 and Nukemba Kim are in P3 after overtaking Captain Potato. The battle for P3 is intensifying between Lacrosse 1980, who is driving an Audi Rate, and Captain Potato from Team Racing Potatoes, who is in a Toyota GT120. The dynamic between these cars is becoming a focal point as they jockey for position. Captain Potato has taken the lead, moving up to Pone after successfully overtaking Perpetuum. Perpetuum has now advanced to P2, having executed an overtake on Koki by Ninity and Amy, who is now in Fower. Cydric has also made significant progress, climbing to P20 by overtaking the Gentleman. Hot Wheels Skidoo and Zero have successfully moved into 6th, executing a clean overtake on both Hugger 3 and Sabini 27. Their maneuver was precise, showcasing excellent timing and positioning. Meanwhile, the battle for 5 remains intense as the cars ahead are closely spaced. V4-3. A is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Amundsen from Team Nufgum Kings by 4.4 seconds. Meanwhile, Deplorable has advanced to 17 after successfully overtaking Cydric. In response, Cydric has also gained a position, now in P18 after passing the Gentleman. Issy 1212 is making a strong push, reducing the gap to Busha 0 by 423.3 seconds. Kanaga 77 has advanced to position 20 after successfully overtaking Electric Margit. Meanwhile, Senin has climbed to position 23, gaining ground by overtaking both Array Serial and Soulflash 21. Mute12 and Bujai are engaged in a tight battle for position 27. Mute12 has just made a move on the inside, attempting to take the corner faster than Butchizero. Butchizero responds by defending the line, maintaining their position. The gap is minimal, both cars are within a few tenths of each other as they approach the next straightaway. It's a close contest with both drivers showcasing their AI's maneuverability and strategy. Perpetuum has taken the lead, now in Pone after a successful overtake on Captain Potato from Team Racing Potatoes. Feds is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Electric Murray by 5.2 seconds. Duff Dad and Steve BSA have also gained positions, moving up to 14 after overtaking Rizaldi Adha. Oki3 has ascended to P3 after successfully overtaking Lacroix 1980 and Nukembokum. Meanwhile, Lacroix 1980 and Nukembokum have both advanced to power by passing Captain Potato. In a separate maneuver, Cydric has climbed to P23, overtaking Yamda Krabi. Jasuk 72 has successfully moved into Pen, executing a clean overtake on Amundsen. This puts Amundsen back to P11. In a strategic maneuver, Amundsen has also gained ground by overtaking both Neotexum and Maya, now positioned in P11. The race dynamics are shifting as these drivers battle for positions in the mid-pack. A Minisan from Team Nafcom Kings has successfully advanced to Pen after a clean overtake on Jazak 72. In another move, Rizaldi Adha has gained a position, now sitting at 13, having passed Nalga 77. Meanwhile, Nalga 77 has also made some progress, climbing to 15 by overtaking both Duff Dad and Zace Forn Bijat. The positions are tightening as the race continues. Zydrak is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Retro Orphan, 131, by 24.3 seconds. Meanwhile, there's an intense battle for position 20 between Sian in the Panos LMP1 Roadsters, and Deplorable in the Peugeot 908 HDI FAP from Team Live for Speed. Both drivers are vying for the same spot, with Sian looking to make a move. The dynamics in the race are heating up as the drivers push their machines to the limits. When Zirius Guy in the BMW V12 LMR has just executed a clean overtake on Amundsen in the Audi rate for P9. The two cars were closely matched, but Zirius Guy managed to gain some vital traction exiting the last corner. Amundsen is now attempting to close the gap, using the slipstream to his advantage as they head down the straight. The battle for that position is heating up. Team Racing Potatoes car number 3 has successfully moved into P2 after overtaking both Lacroix 1980 and Nukembokem. This has pushed Lacroix 1980 and Nukembokem into P3, where they have also managed to pass Perpetuum. Meanwhile, Retroolphone 131 is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Deplorably Apple by 3.2 seconds as they close in on the position. Lacroix 1980 and Nukembokem are now just 2.6 seconds behind Okayoki 3, making significant progress in their pursuit. Meanwhile, Hua 3 and 7 at 27 have successfully overtaken Amundsen, moving up to 6. Amundsen has responded with a strong maneuver, reclaiming Seven by overtaking both Hot Wheels Skidon and Sir Ironbot. The race dynamics are shifting rapidly as positions continue to change. Perpetuum has successfully moved into P3, after executing a clean overtake on both Lacroix 1980 and Nukem. Captain Potato is making notable progress, reducing the gap to Lacroix 1980 and Nukem by 4.7 seconds, indicating a potential challenge ahead. Meanwhile, Rizaldi Adha is also gaining ground on V43A, cutting the distance down by 2.5 seconds as they approach the next turn. The race remains dynamic with these positional battles unfolding. Amphikrabby has made significant progress, reducing the gap to Array Serial and Soul Flash 21 by 29.8 seconds. The distance between Amphikrabby and the second-place car is now narrowing rapidly, indicating a potential challenge for position in the upcoming lap. The race dynamics are shifting as this trio remains closely packed on the track. Watch for any tactical maneuvers from Amphikrabby as they seek to capitalize on this momentum. Retro 131 has successfully moved up to P18, executing a clean overtake on Nalga 77. The maneuver was precise, showcasing Retro 131's skill in navigating through the pack. The gap between them is now widening as they continue to push forward. Those 3 and Sabina 27 have made significant progress, reducing the gap to Okayoki 3 from Team Racing Potatoes by 4.1 seconds. As they approach, we'll see if they can maintain this momentum for a potential overtake. The dynamics are shifting as they gain speed on the straightaway. Currently, Okayoki 3 still holds the lead, but the pressure is mounting. The Amphikrabby has reduced the gap to Siang by 2.1 seconds, indicating a strong performance as they approach the next turn. The AI-driven car's acceleration appears to be optimized for this section of the track. Meanwhile, in the mid-pack, we see Driftking 989 executing a precise overtake on Rapid Racer, moving up into 5th place. The dynamics between the cars are intensifying as we enter the final laps of the race. Zhejiang in the Panos LMP1 Roadster is maintaining a slight advantage over Amphikrabby in the Peugeot 908 as they approach the tight turn at Sector 2. Zhejiang is holding his line well, while Amphikrabby is looking for an opportunity to draft and overtake on the straight. Both cars are close, with only a few car lengths separating them. As they exit the corner, Amphikrabby makes a move edging closer to Sam's rear bumper. The battle for P24 intensifies as they head down the main straight, with the Amphicrabi attempting to pull alongside. It's a tight race. Retrolf 131 has advanced to C17 after successfully overtaking deplorably Hull. Electric Murray has climbed to P21, overtaking Sidrek in the process. Meanwhile, Mu12 is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Araya Serial and Soulflash 21 by 2.1 seconds, indicating a potential battle for position soon. Kokibinanity and Amy have taken the lead, moving into Pone after a successful overtake on Perpetuum. The intense battle for the top spot continues as both drivers push their limits, with Kokibinanity and Amy in an Audi Rate and Perpetuum in a BMW V12 L under wall. In the midfield, Mu12 has gained ground, advancing to P26 by overtaking both Array Serial and Soulflash 21. The race dynamics are shifting rapidly as these drivers jockey for position. Okayoki 3 is making significant progress, closing the gap to Captain Potato by 589.7 seconds. Meanwhile, Hugot 3 and 727 have successfully overtaken Amundsen, moving up to 5. The competitive dynamics are shifting as these racers push their limits. Hot Whiskey Don and Sarah Ironbot have successfully moved into 5, executing a clean overtake on Neotexum and Maya twice. As a result, Neotexum and Maya have slipped back to 6 but have managed to overtake Hugot 3 and 727, securing their current position. Meanwhile, Wunzerius from Team No Name Racing has advanced to Pen, overtaking Jasak 72 in the process. The race is tightly contested as cars shift positions across the track. Rizaldiada is currently in P21, but Duffdad and Saint Fawn BSJ are rapidly closing in, reducing the gap by 586.4 seconds. At the same time, Mu12 has successfully overtaken Sam, moving up to P22. The race dynamics are shifting as the competition intensifies. The gentleman is gaining on Feds, reducing the gap by 574.5 seconds, demonstrating impressive speed. V4L3. A has narrowed the distance to Jasak 72 by 2.1 seconds, indicating a potential overtaking scenario soon. Meanwhile, Retro-Wolf 131 has advanced to 15 after successfully overtaking 1999 Settembro, showing solid racecraft. The dynamics are shifting as positions tighten. Cydric has significantly closed the gap on Electric Murray, now trailing by just 586.2 seconds. The pace is picking up as Cydric looks to make a move. Meanwhile, the positions among the pack remain stable with no significant overtakes in the last few moments. The leaders are maintaining their positions while Cydric continues to push for an opportunity to overtake Electric Murray. The dynamics are shifting as we watch closely for potential changes. Deplorably, Apple has successfully moved up to 15, after executing a clean overtake on 1999's Timbro. The maneuver was precise, showcasing good timing and control as they navigated through the corner. The gap is now widening as Deplorable Apple establishes their position. Sirius Guy has made a notable advancement, now on C7, after successfully overtaking both Hugo 3 and Sabina 27. Meanwhile, Siang has also gained ground, moving up to P22 by passing Yamtha Krabi. The race dynamics are shifting as these drivers push their limits. Yamtha Krabi has made significant progress, reducing the gap to Electric Murray by 27.4 seconds. Meanwhile, Cydric is also gaining ground on Yamtha Krabi, cutting the distance by 45.5 seconds. The competition is tightening as these drivers push their limits. Issy, 1212, has significantly reduced the gap to Cydric from Team Live for Speed, now trading by just 418.8 seconds. Amundsen has successfully advanced to P8 after overtaking both Hugrid 3 and Sabina 27 in a decisive move. Additionally, Deplorably Apple has climbed to P13, having passed Retro-Wolf 131. Duffdad has experienced a setback, dropping 7 positions to P26. The gentleman has successfully overtaken Mu12, advancing to P19. Meanwhile, Mu12 has regained some ground, moving up to P20, after overtaking Siang. Aminsons from Team Nafgum Kings has maintained position in 7, closely pursued by Wazirius Guy in the BMW V12 LMR, who is making aggressive attempts to overtake. The gap remains tight as they navigate through the turns. Neoquelva has successfully advanced to P19, overtaking the Gentleman. However, the Gentleman is not backing down and is now re-engaged in a battle for that position with Miu12, making this section of the race quite competitive, as both drivers jockey for an advantage. V43 Air has successfully moved up to Pate after overtaking Amon Sundot. Retruolf Onferg 31 is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Rizaldi Adha by 2.2 seconds. Meanwhile, Yampta Krabi is closing in on both Araya Serial and Solfash 21, cutting down the distance by 3.9 seconds. Kia Patuum is currently gaining on both Lacroixon 1980 and Akemba Kem, with a notable reduction in the gap by 3.5 seconds. Meanwhile, Duff Dad and CSG4 and BJ are also making progress, narrowing the distance to Sidrek from Team Life for Speed by 2.1 seconds. The race dynamics are shifting as these drivers push to improve their positions. Wunzirius Guy is now just 2.7 seconds behind New Texum, making a strong push to catch up. Meanwhile, Retrawolf 131 is also gaining on Jasak 72, reducing the gap by 2.6 seconds. Both pairs are in close contention as the race progresses. Neo Texum and Maya have successfully moved up to 5 after overtaking both Hot Wheels Skidon and Sir Ironbot. Meanwhile, Duff Dad and CS4 and BJJ are narrowing the gap on Sidrek, reducing it by 2.8 seconds. The competition remains tight as positions shift. Retrawolf 131 currently holds the lead, but Rizaldi Adha is gaining on him, reducing the gap to 4.1 seconds. The pace is picking up as they approach the next turn. Meanwhile, in third place, we see Technogamer adjusting his strategy, maintaining a steady distance from the leaders. No overtakes happening in this segment, but positions are tightening as the race progresses. Okioki 3 is now just 2 seconds behind Captain Potato, applying pressure as they approach the next turn. Wizarius Guy is catching up to Hot Wheels Skidone and Sir Ironbot, reducing the gap by 2.6 seconds, positioning for a potential overtake. Duff Dad and Sestwarn BHA are also gaining on Cedric, closing the gap by 2.8 seconds, setting up for an exciting battle ahead. The race dynamics are heating up with these close contests. Hui and Sabina 27 continue to engage in a close battle for P11, both piloting their Audi rates, while Jasak 72 in the Lola 11, 80 HPD is right on their tail. The three cars are jostling for position as they navigate through the track. Meanwhile, Deplorably has successfully moved up to 14 after overtaking Rizaldi Adha, showcasing solid, strategic driving. The race dynamics are heating up as these competitors push for every possible advantage. Unizirius Guy is currently in pursuit of Hot Wheels Skidone and Sir Ironbot, reducing the gap by 3.7 seconds. Huggett 3 and Sabina 27 have successfully advanced to P9 after overtaking Amundsen Dale. Meanwhile, Yamtha Krabi has gained a position, now sitting at P21, after passing Seem Gati Gultamid. Bitterwolf 131 has just made a clean overtake on Amundsen, moving up to P11. Meanwhile, Naga 77 has successfully overtaken Rizaldi Adha, securing the 15th position. Both drivers are now engaged in an intense battle, with Naga 77 in the Audi rate and Rizaldi Adha in the Peugeot 908 ADI FAP, vying for dominance in that spot. The race dynamics continue to shift as these positions change. Currently, Okayoki 3 has advanced to P3, after successfully overtaking Captain Potato. Deplorably is in pursuit of Jasak 72, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds, indicating a potential upcoming challenge for position. Meanwhile, Duff Dad and Sestwarn BHA are also closing in on Cedric, decreasing their distance by 2.5 seconds. Race dynamics are intensifying as multiple drivers are making strategic moves. Cedric is currently in the lead, but Duff Dad and Sestwarn BJ are making stagnant progress, reducing the gap by 5.1 seconds. This is a crucial moment as they gain on Cedric. The race dynamics are shifting with this aggressive pursuit. All eyes will be on how Cedric responds to this pressure from behind. V403 has made significant progress, now sitting in 6th after successfully overtaking both Hot Wheels Skidon and Sir Ironbot. Meanwhile, Duff Dad and Zest4 BJJ are working together to close the gap on Cedric, reducing it by 3 seconds. The dynamics of the race are shifting as positions are changing and strategies unfold. Petrowolf 131 has reduced the gap to one serious guy by 2.6 seconds, showing impressive pace. The Amphikrabby has gained a position, moving up to 20th after successfully overtaking the gentleman. Meanwhile, Duff Dad and Est4 BSH are working together to catch Cedric, closing in by 3.5 seconds. Winzerius Guy has successfully moved up into 7th, executing clean overtakes on both Hot Wheels Skidon and Sir Ironbot. Meanwhile, Knalga77 has gained ground, now occupying P13 after passing Deplorable Apple. In a notable development, Duff Dad and Zest4 BJJ are steadily closing in on Cedric, reducing the gap by 3.4 seconds. Knalga77 is now in 11th place after successfully overtaking Haygord 3 and Sabina27. Rizaldi Adha has advanced to 15th, having passed Amundsen.t. Arayus Serial and Soulflash21 have both climbed to 22nd by overtaking Sandigdot. The positions are shifting as the race continues. Retrowolf 131 is now just 1.8 seconds behind Hot Wheels Skidon, gaining on him steadily. Sir Ironbot remains in close contention, with only a 1.2 second gap to Hot Wheels Skidon. The top 3 positions are tightening as they approach the next corner. Retrowolf 131 makes a move on Hot Wheels Skidon, but Hot Wheels Skidon holds the line and keeps the position for now. Sir Ironbot is observing closely, ready to capitalize on any mistake ahead. The race dynamics are intensifying. Electric Murray is currently in the lead, but Duff Dad and Stefan BZH are gaining ground, reducing the gap by 3.7 seconds. This will be interesting to watch as they approach the next turn, which could set up for a possible overtaking maneuver. Meanwhile, the rest of the pack is maintaining their positions, with no significant changes in the top 5. The dynamics are shifting as the race progresses. Jasak 72 has successfully moved up to P13 by overtaking both Huggard 3 and Sabina 27. This marks a notable advancement in position as the race progresses. The battle for P12 is heating up now, with Sabina 27 not giving up easily, trying to regain that pace. Meanwhile, Huggard 3 is maintaining their position, just behind Sabina 27, looking for an opportunity to overtake as well. The dynamics among these drivers are becoming increasingly competitive. Yang is now just 7 seconds behind the gentleman, making significant progress in the race. V4L3 has successfully overtaken both Neotexum and Maya, climbing into 5. Retrovolfon 31 has advanced to Pate after passing Hot Wheels Skidone and Sirironbot. The dynamics of the race are shifting rapidly with these overtakes and positional changes. Deplorably Apple from Team Live for Speed has successfully moved up to P12, overtaking Jasak 72. Meanwhile, Arius Serial and Sulfash 21 are gaining on the gentleman, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Duff Dad and Stesso Fawn BJ are also making progress, closing in on Electric Marie from Team Cork Express by 4 seconds. September is now just 2 seconds behind Amundsen, making steady progress in the chase. Meanwhile, Duff Dad and Stethorn BJ are also gaining on Electric Murray, reducing their gap by 2.9 seconds. The dynamics in the middle of the pack are shifting as these drivers aim to secure better positions.